Good morning, students. In this class we discuss about transistors. This transistor was first invented by three scientists: Bardeen, Brattain and Shockley. So these three scientists invented the transistor. So what is transistor is, it is two p-n junction back to back. So it consists of two p-n junctions back to back, and the invention of this transistor was a revolutionary in the field of communication and electronics. Okay. Now we discuss the transistors. Okay. So transistor consists of two p-n junctions back to back, and that means, and this meaning transistor was derived from transfer resistance. So meaning of the transistor is transfer resistance. That means here in this device the current is passed from, or the current is allowed to pass from low resistance region to low resistance circuit to high resistance circuit. That's why its name is transfer of resistance or trans resistance, simply transistor. Okay. So transistor means transfer of resistance. So it this device works, or this device conducts current from low resistance region to high resistance region. Okay, that's why its name is transfer of resistance or resistor, or trans resistor, which is called transistor. Okay. Now this transistor consists of two p-n junctions. So as you know, it consists of two p-n junctions. So basically it consists of three regions. Okay. It consists of three regions called emitter, base, collector. These are the three regions of a transistor: emitter, base and collector. Okay. So already it consists of three regions, means, and with these three regions we have to get two p-n junctions. So there are two types of transistors. They are PNP, NPN. So two types of transistors, NPN. That means here we get a p-n junction, here we get a p-n junction. So two p-n junctions. Here also two NP and PN. Here is one junction, here is one junction. So two p-n junctions. So transistors are two types. They are PNP transistor, NPN transistor. Okay. Now in these regions, this consists of three regions: PNP and NPN. In these regions, these are emitter, base, collector. Okay. And this emitter and collector are of same type of materials. That means here in this case, emitter and collector are P type, and in this case emitter and collector are N type, and base is the other region. Okay. So emitter and base, emitter and collector are of same type, B is of different. Okay. In this one, in this semiconductor, N type is base and NPN, P type material is base. Okay. So emitter, base, collector. Now physical sizes and their dopings. Now we can represent an NPN transistor like this. Now if we take like this, so emitter, base, collector, three regions. So emitter, base, collector. Now if we consider PNP transistor, so emitter and collector are P type and base is N type. Okay, this is base. Now here in this transistors, this emitter is highly doped material, whether it is P type or N type. Suppose if we consider NPN transistor, the N type N material is emitter. So whatever be the material, that emitter is highly doped or doping concentration is high. Highly doped compared to other regions. Okay, compared to the base and collector, emitter region is highly doped, but the physical size is moderate. But the physical size is moderate. Okay, now next we consider base. Base is lightly doped. And physical size is also small compared to other two regions. Or it is a thin layer. Okay, it is a thin layer. Now consider if a collector, it is moderately doped. And physical size is large compared to other regions. Okay, emitter is highly doped, base is very lightly doped, and collector is moderately doped. And about physical size, a collector is of larger size compared to other regions, and base is very small region, and emitter is a moderate size. Okay, now we can draw like this. If you consider a PNP transistor, this is P, this is N, and this is collector. So this is P, N, P. This is like this. Okay. So if you consider, similarly, if you consider an NPN transistor also like this. N, P, N. Okay. So emitter must be very highly doped region, and collector is of moderately doped region, and base is of very lightly doped. And about physical size, collector is out of these three, collector size is very large compared to other two, and base is very small, and emitter is moderate size. Okay, you have to remember that this P and NP, that means emitter is P and collector is also P. Suppose if you take this is emitter and this is collector, suppose in circuit, you cannot interchange these two. Okay, that means you cannot take this P as emitter, this P as collector, because their physical size and doping densities are different. That's why even though if you can say P and P like this may not be used as emitter and collector, this may not be used as emitter and collector. Okay, these two cannot be, because these two are P-type materials, but these two cannot be interchanged. That means emitter and collector cannot be interchanged because the doping density and physical sizes are different for emitter and collector. Okay. Now, the circuit symbol of this transistors. Okay, the circuit symbol of this transistor is, it is represented like this. That means in a circuit we represent by this, a straight line like this and like this, like this. So this is the circuit symbol. Here, this is the base. Okay, remember that this straight line which is at the center is the base. So this is base and this is emitter and this is collector. Okay. Now, if the transistor is PNP, that means this base is of N type, emitter is P type and collector is P type. In this one, you have to give an arrow which from P to like this. So this represents the PNP transistor. Now if this is N, this is P, sorry, this is also N, this is P. Like this, P, P, N. So in this one, base is P. P is base. Now in this circuit, current direction is shown by from P to N like this. So this arrow must be from emitter to base or base to emitter depending upon NPN and PNP. So in PNP, current direction is always from P to N like this. Remember, like current flows from positive to negative. In that sign, you have to remember. So P to N. So P to N. Here from P to N like this. Okay. And you have to remember that all these three lines should not be merged like this. Suppose if you write like this, this is wrong definition, wrong representation. So these two cannot touch each other. That means this base line, emitter line and collector line should be at some distance from each other like this. Okay. This is a wrong representation of PNP transistor or NPN transistor. Okay. You remember these two. Okay. Okay. So transistor means is a device which transfers or which allows the current from low resistance input to high resistance output or low resistance region to high resistance region. It is merely two PN junctions back to back, and or we can say an N type material is sandwiched between two P types or a P type is sandwiched between two N types, so that we get two PN junctions. Okay, two PN junctions like this. Okay, and the parts of a transistor or the basic parts of transistor are emitter, base, collector. Emitter and collector are of same material or same type of semiconductors, whereas base is different type. Okay, in this type N is base, in this one is P is base. And about the doping concentrations, emitter is highly doped compared to other two regions, and collector is moderately doped, and base is very lightly doped. And the physical size or thickness of emitter, collector and base are, base is of very thin layer or very light, very thin layer, and the emitter is of moderate thickness and the collector is of larger thickness or larger region. Our physical size of collector is large compared to other two, and base is of very small in size out of these three regions. Okay, and in a circuit, in an electrical circuit, these transistors are represented by these symbols. For PNP transistor, this is the symbol. For NPN transistor, this is the symbol. Okay, you remember that these three lines should not intersect or merge at a point. Okay, distance should be maintained from these three lines: base, collector, emitter. Now, for the proper working of a transistor, here we have two PN junctions. This is, suppose if you consider PNP transistor like this. So P, N, P. So in this PNP, we get two PN junctions here and here. That means this is emitter, base, collector. So here this PN junction is called, which is in between, this junction is between N, that is emitter and base, that is called emitter base junction. This junction is called emitter base junction. And this junction, that means here we get a junction and a depletion layer also, here also, and here also we get a junction and a depletion layer. So this junction is called collector base junction. Okay, so the two PN junctions are called emitter junction or emitter base junction or simply emitter junction, and this junction is called collector junction or collector base junction. So for working of a transistor, this emitter base junction must be forward biased and collector base junction is reverse biased. Okay, so in electrical circuits, we for the proper working of a transistor, the emitter base junction must be forward biased and this collector base junction is reverse biased. Okay, now we will discuss how a PN junction works. Now PNP transistor working. Now okay, this is assume that this is PNP. Okay, now this is emitter, base, collector. So emitter base junction, that means this junction must be forward bias. This PN junction must be forward bias. So if it is P and N, so for forward bias we have to connect P type to positive and N type to negative terminal of the battery, external battery, like this. Now collector base junction, that is this junction, and this junction is reverse bias, that means like this. So N is connected to positive and P is connected to negative, then it is reverse bias. So plus and minus. Okay, so emitter junction is forward bias and collector junction is reverse bias. Now now as this is a p-type material, the majority carriers in this p-type junction, p region are holes like this. These are the majority carriers in this region. Okay, now this is the collector is also p region. So in this region also the majority carriers are holes. So this also contains holes like this. Okay, whereas this N region is majority carriers are electrons, but this region is very thin layer and lightly doped compared to other very slightly doped one. So it consists of, even though electrons are majority carriers, but the number of these electrons are small compared to other two regions. Okay, because as this base region is lightly doped, the number of majority carriers is less than that of the other two regions, like this. So when this forward bias like this, what happens? This junction is forward biased and this junction is reverse biased. This PN junction is forward biased and this PN junction is reverse biased. So due to what happens when this junction is forward biased, means the width of the depletion layer decreases. So this positive polarity repels these positive electrons, positive holes towards the junction. So that this forward bias, that means this source, this forward bias voltage repels these holes towards the junction. So these holes moves towards the junction like this. and electrons moves towards the junction due to this forward bias. So, but these electrons cross the junction and enter into the base region. These holes, due to this forward bias, these holes cross the junction and enter into the P region, where some of them were recombined with electrons, but they are very less in number. So, about 2 to 5% of these injected holes from emitter which entered the base may combine with electrons, and the remaining holes move towards cross this junction and enter into the collector. Okay. When this due to this forward bias, what happens is these holes are repelled, so they are moved towards the junction, so that they cross the junction and enter into the N region, where they combine with the majority carriers. There the majority carriers are free electrons. So, as this region is very lightly doped, so about 2 to 5% of them may combine with the electrons, when these holes move towards the junction, constitute an emitter current IE. Okay. Now, some of these electrons recombine with these, so that they may constitute a base current IB, and the remaining holes drift towards this collector region, where this collector region, it is negative polarity is connected to this collector terminal. So, these holes are swept out by this negative terminal of the battery. In this way, current flows to this PN junction, but that means it will constitute a current IC. Okay. Due to forward bias, the holes in this emitter region are move towards the base junction and cross this base junction and enter into the base region, where they combine with these free electrons of the base region. But as this base region is lightly doped, it may combine only 2 to 5% of the holes may combine with these electrons, constitute a base current IB, and the remaining ones, that means 98 to 95%. Remaining one means 98 to 98% may cross the collector junction and enter into the collector region, where they are swept by these negative polarity of the terminal. So, in this way, current flows through this PNP transistor, but inside the transistor, only holes inside the transistor, the current is due to the holes, but outside, that means in the external wires or external circuit, it is due to the conduction of electrons. How means, when this hole reaches this collector terminal like this, an electron from this negative terminal of the battery gives an electron where it combines with this hole, so that an electron, again a electron hole pair is created here in this emitter region. Whenever an electron recombines from the negative polarity, recombines at the collector region, here a covalent bond breaks and electron hole pair are generated, and the hole moves towards the collector, and the electron moves like this. Electron moves towards the positive polarity. Okay. Here in this base region also, when this collector, when the hole recombines with an electron, that means an electron from this region goes like this, so that it combines with this. So, if we observe these junctions or the currents, we can see this emitter, that means this current, emitter current is here. If you consider the external wires, the emitter current is coming out of this transistor, whereas base current and collector current are entering into the transistor. So, as we know, the sum of these are equal. So, sum of outgoing currents is equal to sum of incoming currents. So, IE is equal to IB plus IC. Okay. So, this is the relation between the currents of PNP transistor. Okay. That means forward, the emitter junction is forward. Now, see another time, we will explain the working. So for working, this emitter junction is forward bias and collector junction is reverse bias. Due to this forward bias, these holes moves towards the base junction and cross the junction and enter into the P region, which constitute a current called IE, emitter current IE. Now, where they combine with some of the electrons in this region, because only 2 to 5% only recombine, because this base region is very lightly doped. Okay, that's why 2 to 5% may combine and they constitute a current called base current IB, and the remaining holes drift towards the collector region, which are swept out by this negative polarity, and they constitute a collector current IC. Inside this transistor, the electrical conduction is due to the holes, but in the external circuit or external wires, the collector current conduction is due to the electrons like this. Okay. When this hole reaches this collector terminal, an electron from the negative terminal recombines with this collector, and another covalent bond breaks here, so that hole moves towards the collector and electron comes towards the positive polarity here. Here also the same case. So, okay. So by this we can write the current components. The expression for the relation between these current components is emitter current is equal to sum of this base current and collector current. That means IE is equal to IB plus IC. Now we can see the working of NPN transistor. 1 minute. I think 1 minute. Actually, in addition to this hole current, what we have considered is only holes. That means we considered only hole currents. But in transistor, the current is due to two types of carriers, by free electrons and holes. That means there is an electron current due to this in this PNP transistor. So, but as the electrons in this region are very small compared, because it is mainly due to the majority carriers are holes, whereas this region is very lightly doped. So there is an electron current, but its strength is very small. That's why we consider in a PNP transistor current conduction is mainly due to holes. Okay. Now, the working of PNP transistor, working of NPN transistor. The working of NPN transistor is similar to that of PNP transistor only, but same one. I will explain. This is NPN. This is the collector junction. This is emitter base junction, EB junction, and this is CB junction. So actually, what you have to do is emitter base junction is forward biased and collector base junction is reverse biased. So here it is N and here it is P. So to make forward bias, this positive P type is connected to positive terminal of the battery and N type is connected to negative type N, like this. So this junction is forward bias and this junction is to be reverse bias. Reverse bias means P is connected to negative polarity and N is connected to positive polarity, like this. So N is connected to positive and P is connected to negative, like this. So in this way, this NPN transistor is emitter base junction is forward biased and collector base junction is reverse biased. So in this case, this N region and this N region, the majority carriers are electrons. So it consists large number of electrons, free electrons, like this. And this region is holes, very small number of holes. So when this forward bias, that means emitter base junction is forward bias, these electrons are repelled by this negative polarity of this bias, so that they will move towards the base junction like this. Okay, so by the forward bias they move towards the base region and enter into this base region, where they combine with some of these holes. They may combine with some of the holes, and remaining electrons enter into the collector region, where they are swept out by this positive polarity. So in the case of n types, that means when an electron like this emits like this, okay, whenever an electron comes out of this, electron enters from this into this p-n junction. Like this. So whenever an electron comes out of this, so an electron enters into this from this negative polarity of the battery. Okay, whenever an electron comes out of this collector region and reaches this positive polarity, another electron from this negative polarity enter into this emitter region. So in this way, in NPN transistor also same working principle is same, but instead of electrons and holes are chained. So, but in NPN transistor, in the external circuit and in the inside the transistor, current conduction is by electrons only. Whereas in PNP transistor, inside the transistor conduction is by electrons, outside the external wires or external circuit, conduction is by electrons. Sorry. Inside the transistor in PNP, by holes inside the transistor. In the external wires or in external cells by electrons. Whereas in NPN transistor, inside the transistor is by electrons and external wires is also by the electrons. Okay, that is the main difference between PNP and NPN transistors. Okay. Now, the configurations. Transistor configurations. So, in the transistor configurations, these transistors are connected in 3 different configurations. They are, first one, common base configuration, common base, number 2, common emitter, and third one is common collector. These 3. So, common base configuration means this base is common to both input and output. And in common emitter is common to both input and output. In this one, collector is common to both input and output. So now we can see like this. So common base means like this. If this is the transistor, B, P, N, P, that means physical size, this is collector, this is emitter. So emitter, base, collector, like this. So we take like this. So this is input and this is output. So this is common base. So as base is common to both, this is emitter, this is base, this is collector. So emitter and base. Base is common to both input and output. So this is common base configuration. Now in common emitter we have like this. So emitter is common like this. So this is emitter, this is base, and this is collector. So input is common to base and emitter, and output is common to collector and emitter like this. So this is input and this is output. Okay. So here emitter is common to both input and output. So that's why it is common emitter. Now the third one is common collector. In this one, like this, collector, this is emitter, base, collector. So in this, base and collector is taken as input and output is taken between emitter and collector. So this is common collector configuration. Okay. So depending upon the connections, common base, common emitter, common collector. In common base, base is common to both input and output like this, and in a common emitter, emitter is common to both input and output like this, and common collector, collector is common to both input and output like this. Okay. So these are the three configurations of transistors. Okay.